Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Nita Nay's Books, Author's Point of View. My guest is all the way from Malaysia. His name is Sam Yaw. The titles of his books is Unicorn Farmhand and Mockingston Faire. Welcome, Samuel.
My
Welcome,
name, yes.
welcome, Samuel Yaw. Yeah, go ahead, Samuel. Tell us a little bit about you.
All right. I'm Samuel Yaw Jian Fong, an, an artist and novelist from Malaysia. I wish to be my country's version of Tolkien
Mhm.
because I have a very rich imagination.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your two books. One is the Unicorn Farmhand. We'll talk about that one first. Tell us a little bit about that book.
All right. Unicorn Farmhand is about a horse who likes writing, and when he tries to write sentences asking his owners to help him get rid of his nightmares,
Mhm.
his neighbors notice and try to make him famous.
Okay, okay.
He's quite unusual for a farm horse because he's able to write in full sentences instead of just simply words.
Oh, right. Okay. Go ahead.
And even while people from other parts of the country come to his farm, he still asks his owners to help him get rid of the recurring nightmares in his mind,
Mhm.
often appearing in the forms of names and figures.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about Mockingston Fair. What is that about?
All right, Mockingston Fair is about three fans: a tomboy, a cosplayer, and a photographer who go to a fan convention to find their favorite characters and their celebrities. However, during the fair or fan convention, they are caught between two rivaling mobs of very obsessed fans who keep fighting each other.
Okay. So for in regards to the Unicorn Farmhand, what is your age group for that particular book?
It is roughly 13 to 18,
Mm-hmm.
roughly 13 to 18, although people like from 9 to 12 can read if they don't
Okay.
mind the violence.
Mm-hmm. And the same thing for Mockingston Fair. What's the age
I'm
group
sure
for
Mocking Air is okay for younger kids.
that? Mm-hmm.
For younger kids, it's more acceptable, like 8 to 18.
Okay, okay. So both of the books are young adult. So they're young,
Yes,
they're YA group genre. That's great.
yes.
So how long have you been writing? How long have you been I know you've written two books. When did you write your first book?
I think I think my first book was written roughly at the start of 2019. It
Okay.
took me roughly 1 year to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the book already existed before at as early as 2017 or 2015 as a school assignment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, and the
Oh,
same thing for when so you wrote Mockingston Fair in 2020?
yes,
Okay.
roughly in 2019.
Mm-hmm. What about Unicorn Farmhand?
It roughly started from early 2019.
Oh, early. Okay. Okay. So tell me a little bit of your process in regards to writing. You said you have a great imagination, which is wonderful. So tell me a little bit about your process of writing and how did you get into starting to write these novels?
Every day it's like this. Sometimes I have a scene in my mind and then I try to write it down and then edit later.
Okay.
Sometimes I have multiple works in progress in my mind, so
Mhm.
I tend to write paragraph between every day it's like one or a few paragraphs for each work. It's
Okay.
usually several works for a day.
Mhm.
Juggling.
Okay. No, I get you. I
All
have
right.
several works in progress myself that I'm juggling in between.
I
So,
think that's how it works.
Yeah, yeah. So tell me what has been the most interesting thing or the fun interesting aspect that you found once you completed the book?
Improvising.
Mhm,
Improvising, as in, I try to think of how my character would have reacted to certain situations.
mhm.
And sometimes it's also the world building. I try to make it as witty or funny as possible or interesting.
Okay. And what has been on the other spectrum of that? What has been the most challenging? What has been like, I want to pull my hair
I
out.
think it has to do with the. I think it has to do with writing. Uh, I think it has to do with writing the plot.
Okay.
Sometimes my mind couldn't, my mind couldn't, is unable to think straight.
Okay. Okay.
It just stops, and
Oh,
it sometimes goes smoothly.
oh, okay. So how long have you been writing? Have you been writing since a young child? How old are you now?
I'm roughly 24 years old.
You're 24 now. Okay. So
I've been
how long
writing
have you been writing? Mm-hmm.
I've been writing books since I was roughly 8 or 9, or
Okay.
perhaps 12.
Okay. Okay. So tell me in regards to what do you use, what programs do you use in order to um, do your writing?
WPS Office. Now
Mhm.
that it is more affordable than Windows Word.
Oh, okay. Okay. So did you self-publish? Did you publish your books on your own, or you had someone else do the publishing for you?
I mostly publish on Amazon
Okay, okay. So you
and
did the
draft to digital.
self-publishing route.
Yes.
So are your books considered graphic novels, or is just straight novels, no pictures, none of that?
They're just written novels with very
Okay,
few pictures,
okay,
almost no pictures.
okay, okay. So who's been your greatest support since you started doing all of this writing?
Hmm. If I recall, there's a guy from Poland. There's a guy from Poland called Alexei the Pony.
Mm-hmm.
He helped me with Unicorn Farmhand.
Okay.
And there's another person who helped me in my in my later writings, known as the Magi of Fayum.
Mm-hmm.
As for Mockingston Faire, and I'm not sure. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure. I think I forgot.
Okay. Okay. So, in regards to your two books, are there elements of Samuel inside the book? Meaning, I know you do a lot of world building. Are there parts of your character within the books?
It is most likely the for Unicorn Farmhand. The the horses' human owners. They're
Okay.
based on myself as a Cantonese person.
Okay.
And as for Mockinston Fair, one of the characters, Jack, is based on myself.
Okay.
He's basically a nerd who loves computer games and trivia.
Okay. Well, that's good. Do you read a lot? Are you an avid reader? Do you read other people's writing?
Sometimes I do because I want to, it's in exchange for different reviews.
Okay.
Other times I do it either because of spare time or it's some kind of duty.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't read a lot because I'm very busy on my computer.
Okay. Well, great. Thank you, Samuel, for your time. I'm going to have your information below for Unicorn Farmhand and for the Mockingston Fair. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you. His genre is young adult, and I will post your information and let you know when this posts for you. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I wanted to thank Samuel for coming on and being my guest for both of his books. He is all the way from Malaysia. His genre is young adult. And so support his books. And thank you for joining me. See you next week. Bye.